Hi guys, I'm Aakriti. Welcome to my channel. So this video is specifically for the people who have watched Modern Family. Okay, so let me tell you, there are no spoiler alerts in this video because the show ended 5 years ago. Yeah, the show ended 5 years ago. What do you need a spoiler for? So okay, let's talk about the motive of this video. So in this video I will be specifically analyzing Haley Dunphy as an eldest sibling because I think an eldest sibling is a very important person in a family, because for an eldest sibling, their younger siblings are very important. They're basically a third parent for them, and I feel like Haley Duffy was an amazing eldest sibling, and I realized that after watching the show so many times. So, of course, I'm going to talk about Haley Dunphy's character and everything about her from season 1 to season 11. And, let's dive into how Haley Dunphy is an eldest sibling, is a typical eldest sibling. So, let's dive into that. So, first of all, let's talk about Haley Dunphy's ending. So, how Haley Dunphy's story was ended. So, her high school boyfriend, her first boyfriend, Dylan, so she got pregnant with his babies, and the thing is, and after that, they got married because Haley was pregnant. But the thing is, why I think it was unfair, because the creators, the writers of Modern Family made Haley Dunphy into Claire 2.0. They made Haley Dunphy like a clone of Claire. Her story was just ended like her mother's, Claire's, and it frustrates me because Haley had so much potential. Her character, her mind had so much potential to do so much more, and she was very young and she was not supposed to. I mean, I would be okay with the fact if she just got married with with Dylan, but why did they have to do the whole pregnant bit? Like, why did they have to make her pregnant? I felt like that was completely unnecessary, because I think I get it. She loved Dylan, and Dylan was a very recurring character in the whole series, and I feel like I liked Dylan. But why did they have to make Haley like a second version of Claire? It is very troubling, and I hated how the creator actually really destroyed Haley's ending, because Haley having babies. I mean, whatever it is, I just didn't like it that it was at the end of the show, because that wasn't really needed. Like, it was okay like if she married Dylan, but why was that whole babies bit, that was really unnecessary according to me, and I think a lot of people believe that. So, you know what? I think eldest siblings are usually the experimental children. You know why? Because parents are, of course, they don't like, parents are parents, but before the eldest sibling, they don't really have an experience of actually parenting. All the experience they get is by parenting, is by nurturing, parenting the eldest sibling, which even I am an eldest sibling, and I can totally agree with that. So Haley Dunphy was somewhat an experimental child, especially taken by the fact that Claire was very young when she had Haley, along with Phil. So Claire and Phil were very young when they both had Haley. So of course Haley was an experimental child. So let's talk about Haley's character. So Haley was represented as a classic American teenager. All the drinks, all the drugs, definitely the drugs and the drinks, and the partying, and so many boyfriends and everything, that explained a very classic American teenager, that is always a stereotype that is always portrayed to us in books, movies, in every way. So Haley was definitely that. But there another stereotype that Modern Family actually bursted, because through Haley was, and eldest child is always expected to bring good grades and excel in academics and do everything, because eldest child is expected that they are good at everything and anything. But the thing that Haley Dunphy was not great at, academics at school, and she also got kicked out of college. So that I think those flaws makes her character very real, and I really like that about her because even I was not great at academics, especially in school. I hated school because I was not good at studies, and even Haley wasn't. So that is, I think, that makes her character very relatable and very real. Okay, the next thing, yeah, it made her character very real. The next thing, the things that Haley Dunphy was actually good at. Haley Dunphy was very creative. Like, she was very creative. Her clothing choice, her clothing style, very good. And she had so many talents, like so many talents. So we might not have noticed this, but Modern Family actually slipped into so many different professions Haley was trying. For example, that one scene where Phil and Claire took Haley out to dinner just to know what she had in store with in her future, and Haley actually told them that she was posting her pics with some outfits and the links, and every time someone clicks on the link and buys that product, she gets the commission, she gets money. So that is actually affiliate marketing, and Haley got into affiliate marketing way before it was popular. So she was trying one thing, and I'm definitely sure she was at one point also an influencer on YouTube, definitely on Instagram, and might be an influencer on Facebook as well. Also, she also once promoted nightclubs. Yeah, promoting nightclubs, like Haley, everything Haley tried to get money was everything Haley did, so so she could earn. It was never really focused on, but I think that Haley was trying everything to earn money, to prove herself to parents, and that nobody ever focused on it. Modern Family never really focused on it, and not to mention the thing, how she got into that company Nerve. It was all because of her creativity, and all because of spontaneously she thought of using what was the name, Arvin's. She spontaneously thought of using Arvin's line, and that is how she actually got that job, just because of that line about universe. And not to mention her photography, that photography exhibit. I wish Modern Family had focused more on her photography and photo, like her hobby, even though it was just a hobby. I wish Modern Family focused more on that and more on the career things that Haley was trying, because Haley was not really focused on properly. I know it is a show with 11 to 12, with 12 characters. Nobody was focused on nicely, but I feel like Haley's character could have been brought better. Okay, so I feel like Haley was severely talented. She had talent to earn money, earn livelihood, and live alone and independently, which is definitely all the qualities of an eldest child. And this is one of the aspects because of which I think Haley Dunphy was very talented and a good eldest child. Now let's talk about her connection with her younger siblings. So we know Luke Dunphy and Alex Dunphy, her younger siblings. So I think we might not have noticed, but her Haley directly helping them. But I am pretty sure that I think in season 10 when Haley told them that she was pregnant, the two of them. So how they comforted them. We got to know that Haley always chose Luke's outfit so that he was not nobody beated him up. I hope that is the correct word. Nobody beated him up on the first date, on the first day of school. And I think Alex was a very lonely person because she was such a nerd and she was so much into academics. And Haley was always, argumenting, fighting, and shouting on her that go make friends, better clothes, everything. I know, and Alex was herself a very good individual. She was very stern about her own individuality. However, I think Haley was always worried about her being alone. So that's why maybe she was always fighting to her that like do this, do that, be popular, be fun. Because somehow she was always worried about Alex. She was worried about her younger sister being alone. And I know this worry was, masked under a lot of arrogance, a lot of anger, but at the end I'm sure that like she was really worried about Alex. And whereas if we think about Luke, of course I'm sure Haley helped her a lot, and even Haley also helped Alex a lot. But maybe that wasn't really a big focus in the show. But I really know that these three had a different bond, and it was showcased to us in a lot of ways. And of course, like I know Haley and Alex fight a lot, but I'm pretty sure that Haley of course cared a lot about Alex, and that's why she was constantly trying Alex to get her to change her clothing style and get her to change her outfits and her social skills, because Haley didn't want her sister to be alone. And like unless and until you watch Modern Family, a lot of times you won't think about this point. So yeah, there's that. Now let's talk about Haley overall. So as we know, Haley messed up everything in her life at points. She messed up school, she messed up college, she messed up a lot of stuff. But I think that is what elder siblings are. They mess up, and I'm sure by the ways Haley messed up, Alex and Luke definitely learned things. Alex, I don't know if I can say anything about Alex. I think Alex knew the importance of people, and that speech that Haley, told Alex to change about that lyrics, let's get this party started, and don't stop something. I'm sorry, fresh memory. So yeah, that thing. And I think Luke knew, I think, by learning from Haley what things not to do when it comes to college and everything. So I feel like her mess ups did help Alex and Luke to be better people and to avoid the mistakes that Haley did. Like Haley tried so many things in life, several things in life to actually know where she would end up at. And I think Haley messed up so many things, but I think that is what elder siblings do. They mess up, they do everything. I mean, I think that is how you help your younger siblings to not make mistakes, and that is the beauty of being an eldest child. And of course, Haley was a really smart intellectual person, but it's sad how people don't realize that, and people think she is a messed up kid. But if you see it from my perspective, she is a very smart, even very intelligent, maybe not into all that sciencey stuff, but maybe into like she would be such a goddamn good influencer. Like she would be such a goddamn good influencer when it comes to Instagram, because like she got that thing about being popular. Haley was popular. She had a lot of stuff that made her Haley Dunphy. And then at the end, when they made her pregnant, it really destroyed everything, because I think Haley Dunphy had a lot of potential in her, so it really destroyed her character somehow. But I still think that Haley Dunphy is an amazing elder sibling, and I'm really inspired by her, and I really admire her. And she did care about Luke and Alex a lot than we can actually see, because you have to really analyze her character to actually see how much she cares about everyone.